I never found anything as fulfilling and thrilling and anything that would make me this happy and would make me feel this alive. I was interested in music, that was all. And so when this acting thing started, I felt this is what I want to do. It was very simple. Requiem was my first film, and I still remember, and it kind of set the tone for every work that came after, because it was such a good model for how film work could be going. It was very non-hierarchical, and the whole crew and everybody was really close. We had very little time, very little money, but the sense of how we felt protected all the time so that nothing could really go wrong, or nothing could hurt us.
At least one publication called you the Queen of Cannes.
Well, it's always two sides of the blade, because of course it's great to be recognized for what you do. It's really nice for the ego and everything. But secondly, I didn't read all these things because it just made me nervous, because expectations are so high, and I would never feel like I could do it as good as people would expect me to do it. So it was a bit of a, I don't know. It's not something that you wish for, to play a fascist woman or a person. It's something that I had refused till that point. And what convinced me was basically really the work with Jonathan and his thoughts and his attempt to not like take away all the doubts, but work with them, and working with Christian Friedel, and there were different reasons than playing a hearse. Yes, I do feel a big responsibility as a German to not be silent about it, and also not to be silent about it today, about the developments in the world today, to point them out and to fight them. Well, I think I fall in love with characters in the first place. I really love them, and that didn't work in this case. So I had to find something else. But normally I'm thinking about it. It's like when you're in love, you think about the person all the time. What would they do now? What would they think now? How does that feel? And then when you go more into detail, when you work with the script and you try and find out what would be a good way to say these things that are in the first place maybe something that you never thought of before, or something that never came close to you before. It's a very tender, silent thing. It's a mix between decisions that I make consciously and things that I just let happen to me. I think that I'm more funny by accident. I'm more funny when things go wrong, when I really try to do something and it just doesn't work. Like the funny out of desperation. That's like the thing that I can do, but I cannot like do any punchline at all. It's like when I know the end of the joke, I'm kind of out of the, I don't know, I'm bored. I think it's really important to stand up for what you think is the right thing. I think it's important that people can like pay their rent. That's like the least thing that we must do with our jobs. And I think what really amazes me, what I don't think if it's possible in Germany, the unity of my fellow actors in America is something that I wouldn't have expected. It's something really strong, and I can give all my respect to it. When I watch videos of fellow actors from America, of course I see that it's a very different work, because when they talk about it, it's a lot more preparation, there is a lot more technique, all these things that I love to leave to coincidence or to the moment or whatever, like going to set and see what happens. But I think it's very different from European acting. I think for me, success means that I can go on working in my job and don't have to fear that people's fantasies are fading. that's that. I think that's all.